I don't want to hear Fox's opinion or MSNBC's opinion. Now CNN is seen by a lot of people, certainly on the right anyway, as the same as MSNBC, like just another liberal outlet.
100%.
When they used to be the middle of the road. And I know they're trying to get back to that. And I think they're really making some good.
It's never going to work. Bill Maher recently had Dana White on his show, and we've been seeing Bill Maher get absolutely destroyed recently by a ton of people on his Real Time with Bill Maher show, on his Club Random podcast. This time, Bill Maher had Dana White on his show, and Dana White brought out a side to him that I haven't quite seen yet, where Bill Maher is just trashing on all of the woke mainstream media out there, so much so that he left Dana White absolutely stunned. Let's check out this clip here between Dana White and Bill Maher just trashing on woke media.
TV guy. I'm not shitting you. I watch like your show and a handful of other shows, and I'm not a real big TV guy. What I like about your show is that you and I do think a lot alike on a lot of ways. We're obviously far apart on the Trump thing, but whatever's going on, I get downloaded on what's going on politically and in the world, new rules, all that shit. I can get it all in one place. And it's not biased. I get the news from you, basically. It's not biased, in my opinion, because you have all these different people on. You're not afraid to have real hardcore conservatives on and everybody. And I like to hear, I don't want to hear CNN's fucking version or Fox's version of what's going on. I want to hear different opinions from different people, and I'll make the decision myself on what I think and don't.
You know what's interesting about the media? What you just said. You said, I don't want to hear Fox's opinion or CNN's opinion. I've heard people say that a lot lately. They used to say, I don't want to hear Fox's opinion or MSNBC's opinion. Now CNN is seen by a lot of people, certainly on the right anyway, as the same as MSNBC, like just another liberal outlet.
100%.
When they used to be the middle of the road. And I know they're trying to get back to that. And I think they're really making some good.
It's never going to work. I mean, let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, but it's never going to work. It's kind of like a Bud Light situation. Like the damage has been done. That's way worse than Bud Light. Like I don't even think people see that as like a damaged brand anymore, the CNN brand. It's just kind of like, it is what it is now. Like, it is just like, if you're a hardcore boomer lefty, you could watch it. If you're not that exact archetype of person, you're not going to watch CNN. It's just a waste of time. Everybody can realize that. But it's just wild to me that Dana White, I understand he's sitting in front of the guy, maybe he's just saying it to flatter him or whatever. It's wild to me that Dana White can say that Bill Maher is like the best news source out there when he's very clearly not unbiased. I understand he has other guests on his show that are right-wingers and stuff like that, but he's very clearly not unbiased, and you can see that, in clips like this one.
Not if you believe it's murder. That's why I don't understand the 15-week thing. Or Trump's plan is, let's leave it to the states. You mean, so killing babies is okay in some states? Like, I can respect the absolutist position. I really can. I scold the left on when they say, oh, you know what? They just hate women. People who aren't pro-life, pro-choice. They don't hate women.
Well, it's very obvious why they do the leave it up to the states thing is because, number one, if you try to pass an abortion ban across the country, it's probably not going to pass. Like, it's probably not going to work. Number two, if you try to pass an abortion ban across the country and you run on that and you say, I'm going to ban abortion in every single state, the states aren't going to have a say, like Bill Maher is talking about here, then it's probably not going to end well for you election-wise. People are going to get very, very upset, very, very offended. But if you leave it up to the states, it's kind of their attempt at having the best of both worlds, where you can say, hey, look, we banned abortion in Florida and Texas. A lot of states in the South, they banned abortion because of the laws that we passed, because we left it up to the states. And then also on the other side of things, when people get mad about the abortion ban, you can say, well, hey, you can still go get abortions in California and New York and all these other woke states. You could still go get abortions there. It's not like we banned it across the country. You can still go get abortion. So it's kind of like they're trying to do the best of both worlds thing, which is, it's kind of BS to me. Like, I wish people would just stand their ground more and just stand for something. But at the end of the day, it's all about getting elected. It's all a business move.
Progress in that area. I'm on CNN now. On Saturday night, they rerun my show with all the fucks in it.
Shit.
Exactly what I said. I said, you're going to run real time?
Brilliant.
with my fucking potty mouth on
Brilliant.
CNN. And you know what? Nobody gives a shit.
It's brilliant.
Like America,
Right.
you always have to keep checking, like, where is America? I mean, even when I started in television, you couldn't say shit. I mean, the word shit.
It's so true.
Now on comedy.
If you enjoy content like this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Central roast, that's basic cable. That's anybody can have that in any home.
Right.
It's everything but cunt.
Yeah.
And I'm complaining about that.
That's one word I actually never use. I've never used that word. If I,
use it all
word,
the
man,
time. I use it in places it doesn't belong. I say things like, what the cunt are you talking about? Well, who the cunt would do that?
I am looked at as one of those guys that you know has the horrible mouth. I don't use that one. That one's next level for me too.
But it's crazy to me how Bill Maher, like Dana White brings out this side of Bill Maher where he's trashing on woke media, trashing on CNN, which literally runs real time with Bill Maher. He's trashing on them, saying that they're trying to recover their brand, which is there's no way in hell that's ever going to work. Let me know in the comments if you disagree and think I'm wrong, but there's no way that CNN recovers their brand. That's just that brand is dead completely. You know, but trashing on Fox News as well, and just saying that people are just done with the woke mainstream media. They're tired of it all. And then also at the same time says stuff like in the clip that I showed you earlier, but then he seems red-pilled when he says stuff like this.
People who block traffic in the name of a cause, no one likes you. And you're probably hurting your cause. In case you haven't seen what's going on lately, activists for ending the war in Gaza have taken to gathering on roads and bridges and stopping commuters from crossing. It happened last week in New York and San Francisco, Chicago, Seattle. They also block traffic here on the 405, but there are injustices on both sides in the Middle East, as there are injustices all over the world. But I'm going to be late for work, something you protesters on the bridge seem to have the luxury of not having to worry about, which seems kind of privilegey. You can glue your hands to the street because your hands don't have to do any work today. I'm not saying there aren't sincere passions about Gaza, especially among people from the region, but social justice warriors, for a lot of them, it seems like it's more about the warrioring than about whatever the cause is.
These people don't, like the people who are protesting and blocking traffic as their protest, they don't actually care about the causes that they're trying to protest for. All they want is attention, because all they're doing is saying, how can I cause the most inconvenience? Or really what they're doing is saying, how can I get the most attention out of this situation? How can I make this as about me as possible? And the best way to do that, to actually get attention from other people, is to massively inconvenience them, cause traffic jams, literally block traffic, to the point where people have to get out of their car and physically move you out of the way if they want to get to where they're going. That's the best way for these people to get attention, because they can't actually, actually create something of value or get attention in a way that's actually going to help the world. Instead, they just block traffic for people who probably don't even care about the war that you're talking about. They probably haven't even, looked into it because they're so busy just living their lives, going to work, taking care of their kids, trying to put food on the table. They probably don't care at all. And even if they do care, they have no influence over that war. It's not even in this country. So we have no voting influence. We have to pay taxes or else we go to jail. So it's not like we can just stop paying taxes that are being funneled over there. There's nothing we can do. So get the hell out the way. It's as simple as that. There's nothing that you or we can do about it. I don't know. Do you think Bill Maher is truly becoming more red-pilled and he truly is going to keep going against mainstream media and try to weed out all the woke media out there, like he's trying to say here with Dana White, and like he's just tired of it? Or do you think he's just trying to win over a certain audience because he sees the pendulum swinging in a certain direction? What do you think? Do you think this is genuine, or do you think this is Bill Maher just seeing a money opportunity and kind of going after it? Let me know what you thought about Bill Maher and Dana White's little conversation here about woke mainstream media and the fact that Dana White gets his news from Bill Maher's show. That's just not a good thing to do. I understand maybe if you're saying like, oh, I just see the topics that Bill Maher talks about and I don't really care about his opinions. Okay, I kind of get it. But at the same time, like, Bill Maher is obviously not going to portray the news in an unbiased way. He's very much not unbiased. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you're thinking about Dana White's appearance over on Club Random Podcast, which is Bill Maher's podcast. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments about this whole thing.